I never remember one day where I say, oh, Eureka, I discovered something. I think it's more when you publish something and you see that your peer or colleague replicate your job. And 1 year, 2 years after, you see that the same technique, the same methodology, you are proud about your research. Pictures is something which represents an idea. You can resolve some problem with the pictures. I choose microscopy because I like pictures and the power of these pictures. The brain is a wonderful organ. The complexity of the brain is crazy. Everything is connected in a brain. I focus on dementia because I'm very curious about what is the biology behind the mechanism to explain that we want is develop technology and approach and knowledge about how we can detect before your symptom. So in my lab, we investigate before the beginning of the pathology. We discover that the brain can secrete very small vesicles, the size of the virus, who can cross and pass in your plasma. And inside, you have a very specific content which reflects completely the signature of your brain. So we try to investigate if these cells have a toxicity for the brain or not, in order to detect at the early stage of pathology. That is a very new concept in neuroscience. The vesicle reflects the different sort of pathologies that we have. If you apply this vesicle in cell, perhaps you can develop something who can help in the diagnostic. And we can perhaps help the clinician because we say we have biomarker in this vesicle and this vesicle is probably detected by the cell. The thing who changed everything for me is when Nikon proposed this multimodality to integrate different modality in the same microscope, exactly as a Lego, you know. And you can discuss with the staff to what is the solution that you want design. It's not just to buy one microscope, you construct the microscope. That is also completely different in the other brand. Years after years, the number of tools available in this microscope increased. We have a huge volume of data. The jobs, software, what is magic that you can combine with the analysis. So change completely the sort of work that we have in the lab. We define the rules, we define the condition, we train the microscope. We have just assist the microscope to take the decision. For me, jobs and GA3 together is a good solution for us to increase the number of samples and increase the number of results. This ambassador statue is not just to represent the brand, but is also to help the method useful for the clinician for the future, where we don't imagine just Nikon as a microscope brand, but also as a brand who help in the diagnostic of some disease. So for the future of neurobiology, I think we are in a pivotal period, really, for dementia, that if we want, at the end, treat and cure whole pathology of the brain, I think it's very important to keep this fundamental neuroscience.